Namaskar, I am Dr. Krishna Shankar Kusuma, working as faculty at AJK MCRC, Jamia Millia Islamia. I welcome you to the module that deals with Introduction to Multiple Media Platforms. After studying this module, you shall be able to learn the concept of available multiple media platforms, familiarizing with the technological shift in the media, develop an understanding of networked media, and also discuss the importance of multimedia in media content production, and also examine the nature of audience in the converged media platforms. The media content not only changed in terms of hardware, but also software. The reasons include digitization, networking of data, internet, convergence, and the rise of multiple media platforms. The variety of media platforms offer plenty of choices for the audience, which can be accessed and controlled. To cater the needs of the audience, media platforms available from low resolution mobile screens to 4K. The aspect ratio varies based on the screen. For example, television transformed from conventional TV to smart TV. Newer formats are available like 16:9 aspect ratio, high definition, 4K, 5K has improved the quality of video for television and other media. Multiple media platforms have redefined the revolutionized the way media content has produced. For example, social media application Instagram would require square and WhatsApp needs a rounded photographs. Most of the mobile videos and pictures are taken on vertical mode, which for example, for television is on the horizontal. As an effective communicator, we need to understand how the media content has a lasting impact on the viewer. In this context, user can view the content simultaneously on several connected devices. For example, MOOCs on Swayam, you can access the content on mobile, laptop, television. The content is reformatted or customized for each device. Users can participate in the discussion forum and interact with the content. Now, let us understand the media. The definition of media has been evolving with the changes in the technological shift. Media act as a channel of communication between the audience and the content creators. It mediates messages from one source to the other source. The message or content varies according to the tastes and preferences of the audience. Media used to operate on a one-way communication or have a little feedback mechanism. Now, in the internet based digital platforms revolutionized all the aspects of the media. To name a few: content creation, distribution, feedback, audience participations, user generated content, etc. Classifying the media is a complex and challenging process due to the digitization, convergence and networking of the media platform. We can restrict the classification of media to a fewer mediums. There are variety of multimedia elements available with each media, both old and new. Then, to name a few: cinema, television, documentary, videos, online news, web portals, and also the advertising of all forms, print media like newspapers, books, magazines, posters and social networking media. The media reach has increased to the audience across the globe. The mass media, which has potential in many ways to cater to the information and entertainment needs of the heterogeneous audience. It has specific characteristics regarding its reach, multiplicity, complexity and speed, etc. Dennis McWell ascertains that main characteristics of mass media in the 1960s is to keeping the nature of variety of media in reference. In the present context, these characteristics may present a general overview only. These are: mass media directed towards the large audience. Mass media content is public and is open primarily to everyone. Due to the capabilities of reaching the audience across the geographies, the mass media audiences are heterogeneous. The mass media can connect seamlessly one to one and one to many across the countries in real time. The nature of the content is polysemic. It means the content has possibilities to be read or perceived with different readings or reception by the audience. The mass mediated content across the audience make them part of the mass culture. So, these characteristics are now as different dimensions, and they are more complex and can be read in different multiple platforms point of view. However, now the user has become more interactive with the content and influencing the content creators. The on-demand videos and narration of television serials will be changed with the voting or feedback from the audience. Audiences are made to co-create the content. There is a demand for the user generated content on a variety of media platforms, more specifically social media platforms. Let us see the media and technological shift. The proliferation of digital technology has brought about changes in the way we produce and consume the information, affecting both the form and the content of multimedia text. It becomes crucial to understand that how these innovations are changing the way we understand media platforms and the perceptual effect on its audience. According to Gillian Rose, offers a methodological discourse to view contemporary visual culture at the site of production, the image, that means content itself, and at the site of audience. Paralleling this with multimedia text, this bifurcation is helpful in understanding the cultural significance, social practices, and power relations in which it, that means text, is embedded. Going back to the Marshall McLuhan's ephemerism, the medium is message, give due to the credence to the fact that a message which is circulated or sent on different medium will have varied effect on the audience. Here, the medium itself enhances or influences the message it is intended to convey or transmit. Media platforms encapsulates both the encoding and decoding of the media text, hence influencing the cultural production. It is important to locate multimedia platforms within the social landscape to map the changing media environment concerning the prior communicative practices, which in turn shape the environment, as observed by Sonia Livingstone. In the age of digital, the complexities increases manifolds as we are dealing with the integrated media platforms. Newer platforms not only mediated social interactions, but revolutionized the way in which we design, conceptualize, and fabricate contemporary media practices. Media audiences are not only receptors, but are actively engaged in modifying and co-creating messages. Multimedia platforms bring with them a fresh breeze of cohesive packaging with elements of text, audio, graphics, interactivity, etc. The medium becomes a cyclic system enabling variations at both ends of the spectrum it works within. Further, in this lecture, we lay a foundation for understanding what constitutes as multimedia, different forms in which multimedia is used in contemporary culture and audience in multiple media platforms. Let us see the multimedia. Multimedia became an essential extension to the visual communication in mass media. It became popular mainly in the field of information technology and media. It is advanced form of communication medium that allows for the integration of traditional media to be employed in the communication process, comprising of two words, multi meaning many and media meaning to communicate. So, it is a system of communicating information employing various mediums to the audiences. A more technical definitions describe it as multimedia itself denotes the integrated manipulation of at least some information represented as continuous media data, as well as some information encoded as discrete media data such as text and graphics. The manipulation refers to the act of capturing, processing, communication, presentation and storage as defined by the Kamisetti Rao and J.P. Therefore, multimedia communications deals with the transfer, the protocols, the services and the mechanisms of or for discrete and continuous media in or over digital networks. A multimedia production combines various forms of media into a single cohesive product. Common elements include text, audio, photos, graphics, animation, video, interactivity, and etc. A more natural way of understanding multimedia is to study its components separately and see how they integrate to function together.